Forget the old rules of AI. DeepSeek just wrote a new playbook, and with the wipeout of $600 billion, the big players might not like it. Let's break it down. First, let's look at the problem with the current AI development. Training top-tier AI models costs a fortune, with companies like OpenAI and Anthropic spending over $100 million just on computing power alone. It takes huge data centers, thousands of high-end GPUs, and a mountain of cash to get these models up and running. Now enter DeepSeek, the $5 million revolution. DeepSeek has done the unthinkable, training models on a $5 million budget instead of hundreds of millions of dollars like the rest of the big players. And the kicker? Their models match or beat GPT-4, Gemini, and Claude on several benchmarks. But how did they do it? They rethought things from the ground up. Currently, AI uses 32 decimal places for every calculation. DeepSeek asked, what if we use just 8? Result, 75% less memory needed without compromising on accuracy. Then comes the multi-token reading. Traditional AI processes one word at a time like a first grader. On the other hand, DeepSeek reads entire phrases, doubling the speed while staying 90% as accurate. And then comes the expert system approach, or as I call it, the way of nature. Traditional AI has activated all 1.8 trillion parameters every time, all the time. DeepSeek, 671 billion parameters in total are present, but only 37 billion parameters remain active per task. It's like calling specialists only when needed, further boosting its efficiency. Now you may ask, but Prithhvi, why does this matter? My friend, it does, because training costs slashed by 95%, making API operations cheaper, and it runs on gaming GPUs instead of supercomputers. Imagine the kind of possibilities it opens up. Another reason is accessibility. AI development would no longer require billions of dollars budget, and smaller players can now compete in this huge playground. And yes, the best part? It's all open sourced. DeepSeek made their innovations public. Anyone can replicate or build upon their work, making this indeed a grand revolution where private players may not even be holding the control over the future of AI anymore. Now, what about Nvidia and Big Tech? Nvidia's business model relies on selling expensive GPUs with massive margins of about 90%. If AI can run on cheaper gaming GPUs, their $2 trillion market cap faces a major threat. Big tech companies like Meta and OpenAI with huge teams and budgets might struggle to adapt quickly and are probably already in a scurry to catch up. Since the guys at DeepSeek developed such an advanced AI model with just $6 million compared to the hundreds of million dollars spent by US companies like OpenAI and Anthropic, its cost-efficient innovation has already led a massive sell-off in tech stocks, including a 17% drop in Nvidia shares, wiping over $600 billion of the market value. DeepSeek is claiming its AI model is to be on par with top US competitors, sparking concerns over US losing its dominance to China. And this is turning into a classic disruption story fast. Like how cloud computing or personal computers disrupted their industry, this could be AI's big inflection point. DeepSeek, with less than 200 people in less than a fraction of the cost, asked themselves, what if we just did this smarter instead of throwing more hardware at it? And that's just what they did. Incumbents optimize for the status quo. Disruptors rethink their entire approach. In simpler terms, only the people who change things from the ground up and are not bound by the ideas and foundations of the old can disrupt the flow. And DeepSeek just proved that smart engineering beats brute force. What about the politics of it all? With all this happening, one thing we can be sure of is that there will be political implications and concerns that could very well affect us present in all this. DeepSeek's breakthrough is already shaking up the global AI landscape in more ways than one. For starters, it might tip the scales in China's favor, intensifying its tech rivalry with the US. There are also concerns about security, like what if this tech gets used for surveillance, cyber warfare, or even military purposes? On the economic side, US giants like Nvidia are already feeling the heat, potentially leading to job losses and a ripple effect across industries, already experiencing massive sell-off in tech stocks. Plus, DeepSeek's alignment with CCP policies raises eyebrows, with fears of biased narratives and propaganda spreading globally. People are also questioning whether its success is built on leveraging US research unfairly, bringing up the topic of IP rights. Lastly, with China and the US taking such different approaches to AI ethics, agreeing on a global regulation is only going to get trickier. Whatever this leads to, it's clear that this development has opened a Pandora's box of challenges and opportunities. Now, what does it mean for the Indian investors though? For Indian investors, DeepSeek's R1 model presents exciting opportunities, especially because it's open sourced. For startups, DeepSeek's affordable AI model allows Indian startups to innovate without high costs, enabling them to build competitive solutions in the sectors like healthcare, fintech, and education. As for the SMEs, businesses, especially SMEs, can integrate AI into their operations affordably, optimizing supply chains, automating tasks, and making data-driven decisions without heavy infrastructure costs. For individuals like aspiring developers and freelancers, they can access AI tools without expensive resources, creating new projects and upskilling in AI even faster than before. And last but not least, AI product builders can prototype, customize, and create AI-driven products at low cost, opening doors to affordable solutions in niche markets. Overall, DeepSeek's R1 democratizes AI access, empowering Indian startups, businesses, and individuals to innovate and compete on a global scale, fostering local solutions to India's challenges. It could fuel significant growth in India's tech ecosystem, making it an attractive space for investment. The implications are massive. AI is about to get cheaper, faster, and more accessible than ever. The question isn't if this will disrupt the current players, but how fast will it disrupt them? What are your thoughts on this game-changing shift? Let me know in the comments below. This is Prithhvi Soma signing off. Stay sharp, stay informed, and may the markets be with you.